Amwe.
Depuis moi tout petit, moi te connais. Souci là, yo relé, li t'en raison. Maman te connaît.
Madame Dodo, go amwe ça yo, mes amis.
Parce que je après l'amwe, m'obligé l'amwe tout.
M'obligé les
Parce que
amwe.
vous connaissez l'amwe, vous obligé commencer à courir parce que vous par contre pour qui ça après l'amwe.
Et puis, Madame Dodo, c'est pas 2 amwe les semaines ça.
Pour qui ça après l'amwe?
Oh, a whole bunch of amwe. A whole bunch of amwe.
On va nous commencer là.
Tout bagay, tout amwe yo, yo relié avec politique.
Okay,
Tout
we're going to
amwe
get
yo.
to that, Pascal.
Let's get to that.
But
Let's get
good
to that.
morning, everybody.
Bonjour le peuple.
Tout le monde à la one body. Good morning, bonsoir, bonjour, wherever you may find yourself.
That's right.
So, I am Madame Dodo, ambassadrice, your servant.
Ambassadrice.
Yes!
Ça, vous causer, oui.
Go causer.
Vous
Ah,
causer. Madame Dodo, ambassadrice.
you know, we know that you have other things more important to do this morning. Is it more important? But you choose to spend your time with us,
There you go.
and we say thank you.
You guys are with us.
Yes, and we say
Nous
thank you.
avons, nous avons ou aven.
That's right.
Right. There you
And
go.
we say thank you.
Merci
so,
beaucoup.
today, Pascal and
Yes.
Dyaspora Dedouble, we're gonna have a, and don't say anything because I know you always say, "Oh, Madame Dodo, we're gonna
Okay.
have a fantastic show,"
Mbap di why.
because we have a Dyaspora Dedouble combination.
What does that mean?
Ah.
Dyaspora Dedouble. Dyaspora Dedouble is one of our shows. Dedouble is another show. So I
Dedouble Dyaspora.
so
Dedouble.
m'pas trop
So we're supposed to be
so
like,
abdi. So
we-
abdi, Madame
okay.
Dodo. What are you
So
saying?
we're gonna have a fusion of two shows.
A fusion of 2 shows.
That's right.
So we're taking 2 shows and not mélanger yo, not faire un
Yeah,
bouillon.
this is a special. So
Un bouillon. Okay.
this doesn't happen all the time.
Okay.
So this is like a special.
All right.
So let's see how we get this done. We're gonna have Mahadia with us. We're gonna have Kevin Piña with us.
Oh, okay. 2 of my favorite people.
That's right. So they're gonna be with us in the next half hour. So let's get started, Pascal. So
get started.
you said that
Je vais être pour.
oui, ou te dit que comment on dit en pile bagay politique passé.
Yeah, a lot of political stuff going on in the country, in the world that are really that affect not only me but a lot of people who are very close to me. So,
Do they affect me, Pascal?
yeah, they affect you also. They definitely affect you also. They affect me. There are things that are going on, and I'll be honest with you. This is the 5th of July. The 4th of July for me was very subdued. Very subdued. Even I can tell, even in the neighborhood, even around, the events that were going on weren't as well attended as in previous years that I remember. I mean, there were some big events and stuff like that, but it wasn't the same.
Pour me dire la vérité, indépendance Amérique qui t'est passé hier là. Tout le monde diaspora dédoublé, défoulé ou bon me dire non. M'a marché Pascal, m'a couru machine et puis m'a regardé la rue.
La rue blanche.
C'est un coup, c'est Madame Dodo qui connaît en deuil. Je suis toujours en deuil. Nous connaissons pour quelle raison.
Oui, ou en
Moi
deuil.
qui pas connaît. C'est un coup Amérique en deuil.
Yeah. Yeah,
C'est
moi
un
ça
coup
tout.
Amérique en deuil.
Remarquez ça tout. Remarquez ça tout.
Moun yo même là ouais gon moun qui en vie font ti fêter, mais tu ouais c'est avec dents serrées
Exactement.
Que
Moun yo.
et avec raison.
Et puis même quand moun yo yal nan beach hier, et puis beach la te gen moun. Oui, te gen moun. Mais pas de gen toute ampleur yo te
C'est
kon
un
yo
moun
te kon
de
ouais.
jour week-end qui te gen moun là.
Exactly. It wasn't
Okay.
as big.
C'est pas tant coup
As before.
Beach là for you make extra guard, extra this, extra that. That was not like that. It was a regular beach day.
But at the same time, Madame Dodo, are we just saying this because we live in neighborhoods that are predominantly minority and immigrant?
No, because
You think it was all over the place?
Beach que nous allé yo pas predominantly minority.
But
and
you see that
immigrants.
they're a little subdued anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
right. That's right. That's right. So, so ça nous gen pour nous faire. Ça nous gen pour nous faire. Nous gen pour nous pour nous garder exactement pour qui raison que moun yo pas célébré en Pascal. So we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about that.
Let's talk about
let's take a minute break.
Okay. You want to take a break now?
Yes, Pascal.
Okay, hold on. Let's take it. You gotta let me know before these breaks come. I gotta get something ready. I have nothing ready.
He has nothing ready. So
I have nothing
let's
ready.
get something ready. So
let's
Pascal
get something ready.
To do break
so that
because
we will be right back. We will be right back. We will be right back.
Let's get my Hadi outside.
Ou qui se pied à terre ou cavalé, l'embombe va bien loin, qui gagne en pile piquant. Monsieur, en bas soleil, bas nous c'est condition. Pour tout le monde là au terre, marcher pied à terre. Madame, comment ou carré les petits soucis là, côté mon la caille, allez bousquer de l'eau.
Excusez-moi, moi j'ai quelques documents importants moi t'ai mettre traduit là. M'a marché longtemps, m'pas ka joindre aucun côté. Est-ce que vous pouvez aider s'il vous plaît?
Pas paniquer. Si span monte descend, allez dans l'adresse de Doub Services qui dans 1814 Nostran Avenue dans l'Edo Haiti, dans la Brooklyn.
Doub Services? Vous voulez dire y a qu'à traduire documents yo pour moi?
Dans Doub Services, yo spécialisé dans traduction tout type de documents, acte de décès, extrait d'archives, acte de mariage, acte de divorce, baptistère, acte de naissance, rivé dans relevé de notes. Dans n'importe langue yo yéa, dans n'importe state ou yéa, n'a traduit pour dans n'importe langue ou vléa.
Même si Haïti, Chili, Brésil, California?
Yes. Même sous Haïti, Chili, Brésil, California, Saint-Domingue, ou ap email li, n'a fait pour, ensuite n'a mail li tourner ba ou. Et puis n'a notarisé pour capable servir dans n'importe pays où y est pour n'importe dossier légal.
So dim la, bon courir dans Doub Services pour me faire traduire tout document moi yo.
Ou pas besoin courir, ou capable voir document sur internet, al dans doubservices.com et puis cliquez sur ce bouton vert qui marqué Free Translation Code là ou bien relais dans 718 758 50 05 ou bien 50 06 pour plus d'informations.
Ou dim al dans doubservices.com et cliquez sur ce bouton vert là?
Oui, ce bouton vert qui marqué Free Translation Code là.
Merci en pile, oui.
Pour tout type de document dans n'importe langue, pas inquiéto. Allant doubservices.com ou soit relais-nous dans 718 758 50 05 ou bien 50 06. Pas oublier, al sous doubservices.com.
And we are back. Let me make sure everybody can see us. And man, no, whoops, wait, man. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Mayo. Okay, we are here. Hello.
Okay, so as I told you guys, we were gonna have Mahadya with us.
Hello, Mahadya.
Hi, guys.
And soon we're gonna have Kevin Piña with us in the next 20 minutes.
So we got a full house
We
today.
have a full house today, and we're gonna have a good show. This is a fusion.
It's a fusion.
Yes, it's a fusion. Saturday fusion.
Saturday
it's a
fusion.
special for America's independence.
Here we go.
It's a holiday.
It's a holiday show.
Holiday special.
What is it? Dyaspora Dedouble.
Dyaspora
It's mix.
That's
That's
right.
right. Just for the
Dyaspora Dedouble.
That's
For
right.
people who are not aware, Mahadya, she has her show on Dodor Vibe that's called
Dedouble.
That's right. Yeah,
But today we're doing a show together, which is great.
yes.
All right. Welcome, Mahadya.
Thank you, Pastor.
You're welcome.
You know, I love being here.
That's-
This is
And we love having you here. We absolutely love having you
Wait,
here.
wait.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand what you guys are talking about. This is Mahadya's home.
It
Okay.
is.
It's
It
definitely.
is. It is. It definitely is. So
Okay, let's get to business.
What's happening?
So, Mahadya, before you got here, we were talking about how the independence of America was celebrated yesterday.
Yes.
It's like a regular Sunday at the beach.
I wasn't feeling it. And I was mentioning
It was
that I
very-
was not feeling it.
yeah, because Americans I see want.
That's what we want to hear, Mahadya.
No, they would have to prendre
I'm
conscience.
sure they
They
would.
Or
don't.
celebrate independence. Meanwhile, you want to take away TPS from Haitians that led to your independence,
Well,
that
yeah.
made you get your independence.
It's not that. We celebrate independence. We retire independence.
But we, and I was gonna go further. How and then this country, because that's one thing, right? That's one thing. You wanna remove all of the Haitians, right? And we all know what Haitians is code for, but you want to remove us, and we're the reason why you can even have that day to claim independence, right, from your colonizer who was the English, right? And now we fast forward into 2025 where we're here now, and you're just trying to basically take us back to when you just got your independence because you like how it feels, but you don't want us to experience how it feels.
Well, Mahadya, for the two, Ayisyen, c'est un coup tic. I don't know if you know that word.
Tick, is that like the tick, the one that's on the door?
That's right.
Oh, okay.
So you can get rid of us like that.
Oh no, I know. Yeah, that's the thing. And I feel
can't
like
get rid of us
That's
It's
what
like
they don't realize that. They don't
They-
realize.
No, they will.
I think they sort of kind of do because they realize because they tried everything, Pascal.
That's right.
Yo retiré manger, yo retiré insécurité, yo retiré l'école, and we're still resilient, and they don't understand. Nous la pire.
That's right. You know that.
And they don't understand like
Because we are like tick, like I said.
like
We are tick.
but just an example, right? When they close the frontière, right? Les frontières, yo dit yo pap quitter Dominicain, yo pap quitter, they're gonna close it, yo pap quitter Haitien passe. So you're ferming Dominican too. After 2 days, Dominicans was crying, they hungry.
Because
I was like, could you imagine? Nous-mêmes, nous gagnons combien? Like, what, 4 ans? They blacklisted us and we're here.
you know,
The Dominicans were so surprised. They said we were dancing la canal. How could they dance? How could they do this? Like, what do you say?
Easy.
Yo pas comprendre que résilience nous sont ton côté. Ouais, les sont ton côté.
Bloodline.
Son
DNA.
Nous ça côté nous sorti en dans esclavage là. Racine ça pour que jamais sorti sous nous. Il faut que jamais sorti. So ça veut dire tout ça y a fait fait. Yo humilié nous. Yo pas nous manger. Yo
They take away everything. They tried everything.
Yo mettez nous tout uni. Parce que en esclave, là où nous étions en esclave, c'est presque tout uni nous t'es.
Exactly.
Là où t'es fourré nous dans bateau, c'est comme si c'est tout uni nous t'es. So, we've been there, done that.
And that's
So,
the
pas
thing
que
is
les de
crazy.
nous pour que yo capable faire nous capable étonner nous. So, ça nous était pour nous faire pour nous, c'est juste montrer que we see through to them.
We see through what?
Nous ouais ça qu'a fait là.
Nous ouais ça qu'a fait.
Et il pas entraîné nous. C'est de ça.
Ou ka pale de moi-même ou même Pascal and maybe deux trois l'autre qui ouais ça qu'a fait là. But a lot of m'pa kwe que tout le monde vraiment ouais non. Yo commence
yo peut parler ça qu'a fait là. Ou bien yo paraît ignorant, yo pas vraiment
yo pas faire politique quand dit mon kay moi. Pas faire politique non.
Ou pas faire politique?
Mais pas faire politique Pascal.
You sure?
Non,
you sure?
Pas faire politique.
Oui,
parce que moi
pas faire politique non.
Pas faire politique. Moi just buy mon information.
That's right.
Pour être capable de faire une décision qui est meilleure pour la vie. That's all I do. I educate. I fais politique. So, mommy, because my mom is listening, mommy, moi pas faire politique.
Yeah, maman pas faire politique. Tout maman attendait tout. Maman faire politique.
Is your mother still watching this show, Mahaja?
Yes.
On my sister's phone.
Hello, Mahaja's mom.
Hello, Mahaja's mommy.
I'd like to tell you that your daughter does not do politique.
No, pas faire politique. Ok, comment elle est?
Jacqueline.
Mamie Jacqueline, Mahaja pas dans politique, ok?
Autant de moi. Ok.
Maman, vous connaissez même pas de politique, so. Maman, tout.
Madame Dodo, ou même qui pas non.
Hi, Mamie Dodo. Nous pas faire politique.
Non, nous pas faire politique.
Nous pas faire politique.
Okay.
Mais pas un parti politique.
Mais ça nous besoin faire, Mamie Jacqueline connaît avec toute maman parents, c'est que politique là décide de ou mettre
manger. Qui l'école petit tout.
Qui vient nous mettre dans le plateau.
C'est ça.
Qui de l'eau boire. OK? Qui bus qui passe devant la caillou?
Si un bus qui passe devant la caillou.
Combien de gaz vous mettez dans la machine?
Parking pour machine.
Parking pour machine. So, politique là.
Si vous avez une library, si vous avez un livre pour petit tout. Si petit tout a iPad, computer à l'école.
Qui sont de manger, qui rentrent dans ma quête, qui dans la communauté. OK? Tout ça, c'est politique qui décide.
C'est ça.
Est-ce que nous-mêmes, nous pas faire politique? Yes. Mais est-ce que si nous avons information pour nous parler, pour monde qui est capable de faire une décision,
pour vivre,
pour ne pas prendre cancer, dans manger que y a mangé dans ma quête là, ouais, pour être capable de bon gaz que y a dans la machine, pour être capable de faire une économie 10 centimes, 20 centimes par gallon. Est-ce que nous obligés qu'il y ait une belle information ça?
Ou changer, madame, ou changer gros escapade, Zé a monté
cher. That's right.
Tout le monde est Zé monté cher, but why? C'était politique.
Mandia, moi j'ai un Zé dans frigidaire moi. J'ai 4 graines qui étaient restés les œufs à monter. Je ne peux pas manger. Non!
Ou t'as pas fait marché noir?
Je ne peux pas manger parce que lui fait me songer les MTK fort d'œufs. Parce que les marquettes là, moi, 12 œufs. Venola, Kounia, les m'gade moi, si 4 douzaines ça me acheté qui était $2.99. So, je me dis, shoot, je ne vais pas retirer. Je vais quitter là comme souvenir. Parce que je mange $2.99, ça, je ne vais pas jamais tourner là-dedans.
Exactly.
So, je vais 4 graines de ça.
Mais où est la politique? Où est priseur à descendre encore?
Pas même genre.
Pas même genre, mais pas $20.
Pas $20. Parce que moi, je mange un peu. Sound, Pascal.
Your sound is down?
Yes.
Okay, we can hear you, so go ahead. I'll fix it.
So, nous mangeons les œufs en pile. So, moi, je les œufs. Quand il y a grain prise œufs, il y a grillé œufs. C'est $4. C'est quoi finir plus bon marché.
Because you have to understand, gain qualité œufs, j'en peux dire.
Ça pire mal.
Okay, because there's eggs, there's grade A eggs, there's cage-free eggs, there's organic eggs.
That's another thing. A lot of them are. I just found out yesterday, as we were talking about, I just found out that it's all bull crap.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
It's just labeled to get you to buy it.
To buy it. Because as long as you don't
Yeah.
You don't
Hold
see
on a
that.
second. Ça bull crap là. Ma comprendre madame.
Bull crap là, c'est que
Yeah.
les bolos mettent dans un peu fort pour des
Grade A,
H3, bad guy. Yo tout plutôt manger pasteurized là.
The pasteurized.
Oh.
Yo do Pito just get the pasteurized because all of the others is
They're
just
just
to get you to
same.
think that
That you're
Okay.
you're
So
getting
just-
the best of the best, but it's not. It's all come the same way. They crank them together and then kill them.
just false marketing, false labeling,
That's
just to get
right.
just to get you to purchase.
That's right.
Yeah.
or like they'll call it marketing.
Every industry does
Okay.
that to a certain extent.
So to go back to Independence Day. Independence Day for me, it was a tragedy. It was travesty. It was really awful. M'pas senti que te gon bagay que m'tap célébrer. Naturellement.
But you celebrated.
I have no choice.
well, this is
Listen,
different, Pascal.
listen.
Yeah.
I am. Hey, listen. Ayisyen de dan gloche. Nge do pale mensaj chen yon fe, chen yon jape tro bagay. But you know what? Chen se chen liye.
Yes,
Quand même.
yes,
I am
yes.
American. Okay?
I
And nobody
get
can take that
Pascal,
away from me.
But let me, and this is a
And this is the American side of me speaking right now. Okay? When I get to the Haitian side, I'll get to the Haitian side. But right now, I'm speaking to the American side of me. Let me get my American in me, my dear.
American?
I'm getting my
So
American
for
in me.
me, like I'm American, Brooklyn bred,
That's right.
through and through, like Brooklyn.
That's right. So let's speak about American. I was not.
But I don't share your sentiment because for me, for a long time, like I, of course, I grew up, went to Catholic school, then I went to high school, then
Same
back
here.
then, my age, like you had to stand up and they made you say the Pledge of Allegiance.
That's right.
Without knowing.
Oh.
Which are,
I got in trouble. I got in trouble in high school for not wanting to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Getting there, Pascal, right? So not for me, but I graduated high school very early because I got skipped twice. So I graduated. So I finished high school at 16.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I was in
That's
college
nice.
at 16.
Nah,
You finished high school.
I was a body like Cretin.
I was. I was.
But guess
All the
what?
pledges are millionaires today, so that should be.
But guess
very
what?
proud.
But guess what? I did well.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling
So
you.
compared to you, I may have been a Cretin, but compared to Michael, I was.
No, because I was talking about this with my partner this morning. I was like, there's certain things que bon Dieu ba ou don,
That's right.
right? Because I watched my son who, like, throughout his scholastic career, like, I never see that kid studying, right?
Yeah,
And then I
but he's
used to
good.
ask him,
Yeah.
he's an ace. He's
There's-
an ace.
That's right.
There are some people.
Even
who
in
are
college
just-
now, he's
That's
still
right.
like
Yeah.
on
Me
the
too.
president's
Me
list.
too.
He did honors
me
his
too.
whole
That's
elementary,
right.
high school.
There are people
Now
who
even in
just.
college.
There
Yeah.
are people who just take in
That's
things
what I'm
very
saying.
naturally and then they just do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a
There's
gift.
one thing about me. I do not like standardized tests.
Right.
I get nervous taking
Yeah.
them.
Right.
Yeah.
But put me in front of the stage or
You
put
can
me in
talk and
anything.
write in your
I
creativity.
can express myself. I
Right.
can do all this good stuff. But
Right.
One
put
thing.
But
One
they-
thing is that everybody has their
Their gift.
thing.
that thing.
No, but that's what this time when Pascal tout
Yeah.
monde gen un don.
That's
Like
right.
God gave everybody something, so you can't see me do something.
Right.
And it's and I just wake up, I do it, I talk
Right,
about
but
it.
that's why
and
the
think
world
that you can
works.
do it.
That's why the world works. Imagine
Right.
a world where everybody is the same and has the same gifts and has the same faults, and the world wouldn't work. That's why the
right.
world works.
That's right.
What I can do, you can't do. What you can do,
Exactly.
I can't do.
And that's why we work on each other's strength. That's why I love this. That's why I love Dordo vibes. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's why I love
Just
this
before we go
platform.
on, we have a little comment here. I just want before this gets stale, I just want to talk to this about this just very briefly. Somebody, Mr. All Day asks. He says, "I have a dumb question. What does dédoublé mean? What does dédoublé?"
means.
Pascal, you like to go ahead.
I like it.
Dédoublé means like you're transforming. So I'm gonna give you an example.
Give you an example.
Mr. All Day, do you remember when what's his name? Bruce Banner.
Oh yeah.
Remember when
Hulk,
Bruce
the
Banner
Hulk.
used to just transform
Into the Hulk? Yes.
that was
That's
dédoublé. When he started to dédoubler, that's when you just come out of yourself
Exactly.
and
So-
you just have to express. It's just the
Yeah.
rage.
In simple American terms, dédoublé can be taken as doubling down.
Yeah.
You're doubling down.
or just expressing your rage.
Expressing your rage.
What makes you unhappy,
It's
and you just let it out.
And-
It's
you
the
just let out your theme.
And for people who have watched Dyaspora Dedouble in the past, Madame Dodo dédoubles at least twice per show.
Per show.
So watch for her
she
dédouble
comes out of it.
What for it?
at least twice per show.
So let me so Mr. Ode, I'm gonna give you a joke, right? So like our first couple of shows, like Maradodo actually wanted me to host dédouble, right? So you know, because I have some sentiments, like I like people to express themselves, right? So then she was like, no, you gotta go more. I was like, this is me more. So this is me, right? Like, because I'm saying what I'm saying, and she's like, no, you gotta do it more. So I'm like, okay, like this is it. Like even like everyday life. So she was like, no, you can't do dédouble.
Listen.
So that's why she gave me dédouble. So
Mi-
that's
I send it to the audience now.
Yeah,
Let them
just
deflate.
stop, right?
Mr. All Day, when Madame Dodo doubles down, when she dédoubles, I've got to come here and play with the volume on the mic because the mic will pop, the mic will break.
But it's fun because we need to learn to express ourselves without reservation.
Absolutely
And
agree.
then people say not that to have to hold us back because we feel like what people are going to say. A lot of the time that things are happening that makes us unhappy, and then we are afraid of what people will say if we act certain way. We should not do that.
Yes.
We should be able to express ourselves at times where we can actually tell people exactly that the thing that you are doing that affect me, it really affect me, and you
Absolutely.
need to stop it.
Absolutely. Just to let you know,
Stop it.
Mr. Piña is backstage.
Yes.
I see him.
Let's welcome Mr. Piña.
I see him.
And then, so maybe we should,
I'll go ahead and put him on. Put him on. Hold on one.
So,
Hello,
then we
sir. All right.
good morning, Mr. Piña. How are you?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
I'm about to get put out of a job.
Get put out of a job?
What happened?
Well, we just. I'm getting an echo. To me.
Are you still getting you're getting an echo? Hold on a second.
Yeah.
No,
Let's see.
never. Mr. Piña, how was your
My
4th of July?
my voix is doub.
It might be. I might have a problem here.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah, so I was playing around with this new tool called Vini last night. Basically, put it all out. You put in prompt, and it creates television set.
Okay.
It's incredible.
Better now?
Let me try. No, I have to. It's probably on our side.
Okay, fix it on your side.
Let me
We're
see.
gonna take a 1 minute break anyhow,
Is it you
and
or
then
me?
we'll come back.
Hold on. Let me try something really
That's
quickly
better.
here.
Try
I just wanna-
something quick because
That's much better. Can you hear me?
Oh,
much better?
we can hear you.
Oh no, now it's doing it again.
You still hear an echo?
Yeah.
Hold on. Because
Yeah,
if
but
you
your
hear
voice-
the echo, that means the audience, they're probably hearing the echo also, which is unfortunate. So let me see if I can fix something really quickly. Talk, Mr. Piña.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay, can you hear?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, he can hear us fine. Pascal.
Can you?
Me
Okay.
next.
Say something.
Check. 1, 2. Can you hear the echo?
Okay. There's something going on. Okay, we'll take a look at it.
Okay.
In the meantime, let's see if we can go to break.
Yeah, let's take a 2 second, 2 minutes.
2 second break.
I mean, not 2 second, but
Okay.
1 minute break.
We will be right back. Oh, hold on a second. No, like I said again, we will be right back.
We will be right back. Okay. What was I supposed to talk about again, Pascal? What's on my agenda?
Hold on 1 second.
Defouleo, c'est un talk show uniquement sous Dodo Vibe FM. Tout moun gen yon histoire nan vie yo kap tou mantel. Ki sa pou la yi men? Vin Defouleo!
Person pa juje ou. Petit ou rive ambassade, ADN nan di non, petit pa pou.
Vin Defouleo!
Foyer wap pran kou, relasyon vin gran kou.
Vin defoule ou.
Ou santi, chaque jour qui passe, bagay yo vin pi difficile.
Vin defoule ou.
Mari ap trompe ou, madame ap fè ou chok.
Hey. Vin defoule ou.
Paste, kap jake fidèl yo nan veydi.
Vin defoule ou.
Pa kite anyen tou fè ou, vin denonse tout sa ki pa fè ou plezi nan relasyon ou. Nan zamitay ou bien nan travay ou. Rele nou, boy sit la, se defoule nap defoule nou. Vin la gen, pa fè stroke, pa fè ke.
J'am stressé là, ba mal defoule nan Dodor Vibe. Yo émission côté ou capable parler de tout ça nan tête ou, tout ça k'ap domine. Si mesdames yo ap bo zoklo, vin la gueule. Messieurs yo ap bo dandi, vin la gueule. Sans yo pas juger ou, vin la gezin, vin bay parole. Vin defoule ou sous Dodor Vibe FM.
Vin defoule ou. La gueule.
DODORVIBE.com ou soit Dodor Vibe FM sur YouTube et Facebook.
Ça quoi gueule là?
Défoule.
Ayisyen. I am the creator of Echoes of Freedom, Haiti's global legacy. This is not just a show or a podcast. This is a journey, a global journey, and to uncover the most unforgettable truth regarding Haiti's role and other people's independence, other countries' independence. Let's go.
In 1804, Haiti became the first black republic and the only nation born from a successful slave revolt. But Haiti's fight for freedom didn't end there. From sending ships and troops to aid Simon Bolivar's campaign in Latin America to casting the decisive UN vote that created Israel in 1947, Haiti has been a quiet force behind global independence. Even Polish soldiers who joined Haiti's revolution were honored as brothers in the fight for freedom. Echoes of Freedom is a powerful documentary podcast and video series uncovering Haiti's untold role in shaping the world's fight for sovereignty. The truth is global, and it started in Haiti.
Absolutely.
And Maria, do you know what Echoes of Freedom is? What is that?
I
Do you know?
do. So Echoes of Freedom is a really amazing initiative that we're taking on. Well, you're taking on, Maradona, and I love it. So it's going to all of the countries that Haiti actually helped
That's right.
gain independence. So you know you're going to need a lot of money because there's a lot of countries. You do know that. Like, the list is very long.
That's right. The list is
So
extremely,
Echoes of Freedom is going through those countries and actually visiting, because a lot of people do not know
Exactly.
that the history and don't understand
No,
what
they
an
don't.
integral piece Haiti played in a lot of
That's right.
independence
Can-
throughout several countries.
Kevin, can you say something just so we see if we still have that echo?
Yeah, let's see if I have freedom. Check. One. Yeah, it's still got echo.
You still have the echo? Okay. Still have to look at it. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
I think it might be at my end.
Could be on your end. I changed a lot of things here, but we'll figure it out.
So I know you're about to kickstart it like July 21st. So
yeah, July 21st.
And it's going to be costly because you're going to start with the first one, and then they're just going to be traveling and going to all of these other different countries where you'll have people waiting for you to take you throughout the country and actual places, the actual location where wars were fought and won on the behalf of independence.
That's right.
With Haiti helping lead and helping, be very instrumental in these countries actually attaining their independence. So I think that's amazing.
It's amazing. I am so excited to embark on this journey, and Pascal is going to be there as well. Because it's like, when you hear as a kid, like you are nothing, and then you discovered that's
who you are. You are a princess.
Exactly. It's like Cinderella who find out that she was a princess all this time, and then she didn't know about it, and then now she's out to discover her heritage.
Right.
Okay, so this is what Echoes of Freedom means to me, and it should mean to a lot of people. It's like ou connaît que tout le monde a traité comme nothing. Tout le monde a traité Haïti pas rien. Haïti c'est nothing.
Well, that's
but then you find out que wait a minute.
We're everything.
Yes, wait a minute. Haïti te aidé grec. Haïti aidé Venezuela. Haïti aidé Israël, Haïti aidé Panama, Haïti aidé Pérou, Haïti aidé Saint-Domingue, Haïti aidé Ecuador, Haïti aidé, you name it. We had a say in their independence. And yet, nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it. So, Echoes of Freedom is going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. We're going to shed light and all the positive contributions that Haiti has made in the world.
And where can people go to find out more about Echoes of Freedom?
Well, they could go to Echoes of Freedom. Pascal, you can put it on the screen. echoesoffreedom.net, not .com.
Oh, .net.
.net or .org. Okay, .org, not .com. So you can get that, or you can. And then you can go help us with GoFundMe. We do need, like Mahadia says, we do need money. We can't do this without you.
So let me give you guys an idea of
why
it's going to be costly, because this is just a short list. There's many more, but I'm going to tell you all the countries and what year they were able to get independence. So it was us, the first Black Republic in 1804,
That's
Haiti.
Right.
We got our independence, and Papa Dessalines decided that everybody should feel the way that we feel and be free.
That's right.
So the first country he helped was Colombia in 1810, then Venezuela in 1811, then Paraguay in 1811. So that's fighting a lot.
That's right.
Yeah. Then he did Argentina in 1816, Chile in 1818, Mexico in 1821, Peru in 1821, Guatemala in 1821, El Salvador in 1821. 1821 was a very busy year.
That's right.
Honduras
Lots
in
of stuff was going on.
1821.
Yep.
Nicaragua in 1821, Costa Rica in 1821, Brazil in 1822, Ecuador in 1822, Bolivia 1825, Uruguay in 1825, Dominican Republic 1844. But we had the freedom twice, right?
We had.
You guys know that.
Yeah, there's this little tricky thing we will be explaining in the documentary how it all happens. Yeah.
We had to save them twice though.
Don't tell
But
Dominicans that.
It's true.
It's called, how they do it's the stimulus package. It's like a bailout.
It's a bailout, but I get it. All right. Cuba in 1868, Panama in 1902, Suriname in 1903.
Oh, Suriname là-dedans too?
That's
Suriname
right,
là-dedans too.
Pascal. You
And
didn't know you were
Pascal.
going to Suriname?
I didn't do that. Yeah, let's go
This
to
is
Suriname.
this is there are more.
More.
So this is all that I got to read.
And I think forward this list for you have a very thorough list.
Please send us that.
Yeah, so this is in the actual dates that they were able to gain independence with the help of Papa Dessalines.
So you guys understand nous comprendre the depth of the historical démarche que nous allons faire. Que it's very important, and I'm hoping that at some point Mahadia is going to accompany nous on some of these journeys, and Kevin is going to accompany nous on some of these, this development, research that we're about to embark, because it's big. And it needs to be told. Yeah. It needs to be highlighted.
And I like in a way that you're doing it, because it's one thing, because I could sit here and read you a report and see things, right? But it's another thing of actually going to that place.
Kevin, you want to say something? Looks like you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I hate to be the guy who rains on the parade.
Uh-oh. Rain on our parade.
But I have an umbrella.
I like that.
I think you're going to need one for this. Should Haiti be proud of the fact that the United States forced to cast fighting vote to legalize innocent this committed there?
Oh,
I didn't get that.
You're breaking up, Kevin, but I understand.
Repeat what he says.
He's basically saying, like, should we be proud that we were the ones who cast that final vote in 1947 to help Israel become the state that it is today?
Well,
and now causing people those same atrocities that we help rescue them from.
Okay, that's a very good question.
And estimating was forced into the government. I'm reading this now.
Yeah.
That in fact, he had risk about it.
Yeah, we understand. This is the thing, though. That's why seeker nous t'es capable. Even only Jesus, God, knows the future.
Oh, you always Jesus.
No, Kevin. So let me. I was having the same conversation with, I would say, a colleague, maybe about last week sometime, because we were talking about how, like, Israel is just really just out here being a warmonger, basically, because they're like being a big bad bullying women and children. You're doing, what you're doing, and then running behind playing the victim. And it's hard. And I say that all the time. Like, I don't understand. Like, it baffles me how you could have gone through the genocide that you say, everything else, but right now you're supporting and you're the one that are actually doing these things. You understand? To the same, and when you look at it, and if they want to get biblical, like Kevin just said, and you want to bring Jesus into it,
Jesus is always into it.
Right? You you have this.
Is this better now?
Jesus out of it.
But listen, let me tell you, Jesus says though, but with everything that you do, you have to do some sort of work for him to help you with everything. And people just want to sit back and rely on Jesus. Jesus is not going to help you.
But what I want to see if we can talk about Kevin's questions is that should we be proud, fier, est-ce que nous obligés fiers de contribution à Haïti, à Israël à cause de ça qui a passé?
And I just want to add, we are definitely having problems on with Kevin's vocals.
I just tried another mic. How's that?
Much better.
Is it?
Oh,
yes.
I hear you much better.
Much better.
Okay.
Yes. So welcome back.
Let me.
So Kevin, you want to pose the question again? Because I kind of had to do it because I didn't think the audience heard you.
I think it's more of a statement. Well, I've got an echo. It's definitely on your end. Yeah.
But it's better.
But I hear you much more clearly.
Well, I'm going to take off my headset to ask this question.
Okay.
So it's not so much about pride, but the fact that this is a Zionist state that was built on violence, right? That the British imperialism and colonialism brought into existence. And remember that it's also happened in the context of the Cold War, at the beginning of the Cold War, coming out of World War II. But it is the same Zionists were terrorists. You know, they did that famous hotel bombing that killed many people. We know there was a Nakba in 1948 where they drove Palestinians out of their homes en masse and literally forced them to give them to eat, took over their lands, which was the beginning of this apartheid state, which we also was going to apply to Haiti. When you talk about Pétionville and La Ville, right? This apartheid between those without
those with has, yeah, they haves and they have nots.
Yeah, and the haves and the have-nots, and so Israel began as an apartheid, but I'm not trying to. There's also the geopolitical reality, which was that Haiti in 1947, 48 was on a very different position. Haiti was reeling from successive dictatorship, right? Strong men come in with their crew, out the treasury, the next minute. Remember that's coming off of that. It was then the longest military nation in history, right? And the battle of and Xiamen throughout. So 1947, coming from that history, and Haiti's broke, right? France.
Yeah, at that point, yeah. Haiti
and by the way, Haiti's import-export customs houses were still in the of the U.S. government and the Bank of New York in 1947, right?
We got an echo, bad echo.
Big echo.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Sorry. I had
No, it's okay.
Did we get it?
How is it going?
It's gone.
Pascal?
There's a little echo.
Can I log back in? I can log out.
You're fine. You're fine. I mean, it's they can hear you. They can hear you. There is that echo. We'll just have to deal with that. That's fine, and I'll fix it. I'll figure it out.
It might be on my end. I mean,
I'm not sure.
But I'm directly into the computer.
Okay. No, now it's good.
But so you understand my point, right? So ST was in a very difficult position. It's easy to be pressured by the U.S. government to cast that final vote. I don't know that it was really voluntarily.
No, it wasn't. It was a strong arm, but the fact that even though it was strong arm, but we did it anyway. We did it anyway. We could have said no. We could have said no. We could have said no.
I don't mean either. Because when someone is supporting you and giving, and we're broke, and then we're relying on you for day-to-day sustenance, like
and Haiti already has
so much
in the
exactly.
I mean, excuse me,
because this is our government.
Remember that government and the police, the gendarmerie, and the Haitian military,
exactly.
The Haitian military. That was all U.S. And that was who over anyway.
Exactly.
And one of the things to our research, we're gonna find out. I mean, it's if Haiti didn't. What if Haiti didn't?
Right. What would have happened, right?
What if Haiti didn't? You know, so all these things,
there's a lot.
Those are a lot of questions that will be answered to this documentary that if you guys want to see it, echoesofreedom.net.org. Please support this movement, support this, because last Mahadi is so journalistic, extremely rigorous. We will
and there's a lot missing because I didn't tell you guys about Libya.
Yeah.
There's a lot of countries missing. So, that's just the few that I just.
So it's gonna take a lot of time and a lot of money to put all these, to do each one of these countries. So don't just listen and watch and flip over. I mean, skip a cup of coffee.
Unfortunately, I'm being told here that that Kevin's echo sounds cruel.
I'm going to log out and log back in.
Somebody says it sounds cruel. Wow, so I've got some stuff to look at. This has happened to us before. So, okay, it's not worth it to the listeners. We're going to have to figure something out. All right, guys.
Yeah. So
yeah, Kevin, we're going to have to do this again.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm so sorry.
Well, he's trying to get back on. Okay,
so
he is back on.
Okay.
Let's see, is that better?
Oh, that's better. I hear you better.
Ask the audience because
let me see.
Yeah, ask them.
Let me listen to it as the audience. Let me see how they hear it.
Yeah.
Sounds better here. So I'm pretty. Oh no. Yikes.
Okay, so yes, Mahadia. So what we need to realize is that, and the people who wants this, and I would like to find out how many of you guys wants to hear this story, wants to know about the in depth, what Haiti, the contribution of Haiti to the world? Let us know. Let us find out.
Listen,
Because
I think the question is, because you said something is that how many you want it. I think people need it. I think you need to, especially Haitians, because what I find is, as a Haitian American, but like I'm an American, I was born here. Like I didn't go to school in Haiti. I didn't know the school system.
You're just like me.
Exactly, right?
But one
I
something.
know more Haitian history.
Than
I've
Haiti.
been to more Haitian states than Haitians that are actually born in Haiti.
But
and
reason
who's gone to school in Haiti.
we have to teach people and let them know that to want something or to would like to hear something is different than actually you work to make it happen. So wanting to hear it for supporter. Or you understand? You have to make sure
that's
that
what I
to
said,
make it
but
happen.
even-
What are you willing to do to make it happen? What sacrifice are you willing to sacrifice? A cup of coffee or two? Are you willing to donate $100? Yes, I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is.
That's why
When I want to see something, I want to hear something.
Absolutely.
If some movie come out, m'tande moi la fait fleur dans la rue, m'ta reme connaître, qui ça me fait? Me fait réservation, mal dans cinéma, me payer, me dépense 50 ou 60 ou 100 dollars, pour mal dans cinéma, pour me capable voir movie, pour me capable. C'est ça, et même bagay là pour ça.
And it's going to be impeccable. But on bagay mwen suiv avec nous-mêmes Haïtiens, vous connaissez, we're all amongst family here. And I realized that Haitian people, Haitian community, yo remet tout préparé. They don't like to
Qui j'en
be...
ça? Qui j'en tout préparé?
Pascal.
Ok, ma putain.
Yo pa remet pou y ap travay, pou y ap ede ou bati, yo pa vle wè sa. Like right now, the way that I am, like they'll see me and I look put together, I look, established, I look like I'm doing it.
You always look put together. You always look put together.
Oh, thank you, Pascal. Right? But the thing is, right, they will more give me the money that I could probably get it from, have it or get it anyway, than help somebody who really need it.
So you're saying you're plus sous apparence.
Si yo wè maradi a gen, ya bay maradi a.
Yeah.
You understand?
Ya ba ou sou gen.
And I've lived it. I've gone through it. I've had a project that was starting that. I had to put my own money
That's
into
right.
it
That's right.
to make it happen. And after it happened, that everybody wanted to be a part of it. So, and I'm saying that, Mana Dodo, because this needs to happen. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Because you believe in it and we believe in you, right? But I feel like the audience, like you're going to have your people that do it. But I feel like only when you are in Mexico showing people, that's when we're going to get that big support. And that's when people
I think it's going to be good.
So I feel like we do need to promote this and keep reminding you, because I find that people listen for advertising. That's why you see a lot of same commercials all the time. People don't hear something the first time.
Yeah.
Would you believe that statistics show that people actually retain what you have said after hearing it for 7 times?
7 times?
7 times.
That's how they retain it. I believe that.
They'll hear you, okay, in one ear, out the other. Oh, c'est pas, oh. On the 4th try, c'est Mana Dodo ka pale de bagay Echo of Freedom lan. Il passe, okay. 5, 6, 7. Oh.
After the 7th time, that's when you really.
Bambalo $20.
So that's why I said, like, I know now, like with prayer, prayer and
I have to tell
it
you,
will happen.
My daughter, who's 9 years old, do ale nan Echo of Freedom, li donate $20 sou account li ke l te gen $41 for her allowance. Her allowance.
Yeah.
So she donated $20
because she
out of her $41 she
and
had.
I feel like
allowance.
that's going to be a lot of people, like,
And
then no
amount
is a little amount. No
That's
amount
right.
is a little amount.
Yeah.
Like everything is beneficial and everything is good. But with our people, I realize yo remet tout préparé. Yo pa remet lè pou yo ap ede ou bati. Yo remet lè ou fin bati bagay la bel, proje a bel pou yo. Se lè sa pou yo zi, konen mte bay la koze a ou kon sa.
Parce, listen, sa nan vle fò kompren ke san ou mèm, li pa
tout peyi yo pa posib.
Li pa posib, nou pa vle rate Now, salon
occasion.
prepare.
Right.
Okay, we want to make sure that we give you a thorough, comprehensive, well documented, podcast information.
And it's going to be very, very interesting.
It's
So
going to be very.
here's a website right here for people who are watching us on social media.
And then vous capable joindre information website là en créole, en français, en espagnol, en anglais.
And then I feel like with this too, people will really be able to tie in and see, because Kevin said something that is really important, right? What's happening now and what happened in other countries is what they want to do to Haiti right now.
That's right.
Right? Because if you look at Libya, right?
Yeah.
Iran, those people, they're suffering the same fate.
The same fate.
Whenever there's something good in your country, you'll find that it becomes destabilized.
That's right.
And people have to come in to try to save you from yourself.
From your country.
Yeah, from yourself. Right?
Yeah.
I gotta go help them.
So they need help.
Yeah.
So, and one of the things that I always tell people when I talk about Echoes of Freedom is Haiti a souffri parce que t'es there.
Yeah. Because we were not selfish.
Yeah.
And we wanted everybody to feel that feeling of freedom that we felt.
Yeah. And this is the reason why, this is the main reason why yo mette pied sous kounou, que pied en toujours invisible, the invisible chains, the invisible foot that's on our neck.
Mais ça fait un bon petit temps pied sous kounou.
That's right.
Well, you have to understand too, right? Because Kevin said something.
It's not going to be temporary. They make sure of that. They crush you so you can never get up. That was the idea, to never.
But you know what they didn't bank on? They didn't bank on the internet and TikTok.
They didn't bank on, even though you down, ou qu'on t'y souffle,
and they'll never really fall.
That's right. Yes,
Kevin. Do you think that under today's
I think they can hear you. There is the echo, but you're understandable.
Okay. Wow, it's terrible.
Is it?
I gotta take these off. For example, there are many countries in the world today that are moving to boycott Israel because of the genocide it's committing in Gaza.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think for a second that the government of Haiti today could join that boycott without any repercussions from the United States government, which is
they should, Kevin, but they won't.
Right? So
no, hold on, both of you.
They won't.
Hold on. What exactly? How do you join a boycott? What is Haiti capable of doing right now?
Well, no, it's more of a moral stance.
Exactly.
Taking the stance to
Let me tell
condemn Israel, right, for its genocide in Gaza, and I don't believe that under the current conditions, like for so long prior, that Haiti has the freedom to make that kind of decision.
Exactly, Kevin.
And I think but you know what?
When somebody is supporting you, when you have a mile and a pine that's supporting you, when you need food, when somebody controls your stomach, you have nothing to say. You cannot say anything.
Well,
you say what they tell you to say.
This is why people go fasting sometimes.
That's the thing.
This is why you get
hopeless thing. I think it's actually, in some ways, admitting the truth is more hopeful than lying to you.
Absolutely, but what I find is like
that's
people
where
need to be
Haiti's
liked.
strength lies.
Mm-hmm.
Always, despite very difficult relationship with the United States historically, it has always created a generation that wanted more freedom.
That's right.
Did still embrace again that spirit of 1804. And that spirit of Bookman in 1791. That yearning for freedom, and of course in Haiti it's got to do a lot with class. We know the economic situation, and you know how easy it is for the United States acheter figimoun.
Yeah.
I mean, we see it in operation today again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the Haitian government that is more interested in creating jobs because it has no real base of support in the population. It's trying to create a base of support by expanding the job base of the government. And of course, when you do that, you have more interest in maintaining the money flowing than you do in
the people
getting rid of the gangs.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
The gangs are important because as long as they're there, the money keeps flowing.
That's right.
And if every 4 or 5 months you scream, okay, so it went from they've got 70% of the capital, now they got 80% of the capital, now they got 90% of the capital. We're going to hear tomorrow it's 95, and then after
but who does
and
the money go
to? The international coffers open up, right? The money comes.
Money comes to whom?
To the Haitian government.
And to do what?
Well, that's
what
the
you
point.
See now, they've paid 9
it's self-fulfilling,
presidents.
Right? But anyway, I didn't mean to distract, but I'm just saying that that's all part of the same sort of optic of what Haitians are confronting and have always confronted for their independence.
Yes. That's what we do right now.
That's where I love Haiti spirit, man. It never dies. I can't believe. You know, I hate that language, resilient. You know, all those people put all those adjectives on it. It's not that. It's just that Haitians are tough. They do. I mean, they don't give up. And you know, mond, that whole history of because mond is also a mentality,
a mind state. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll support your project. Kicking a few bucks. I love the idea.
Thank you, Kevin. Not only to kick a few bucks, I like you to have your friends kicking a few bucks too. To forward it. That's what
I can certainly you help me with the craft of social media. I can help get into places, of course.
Thank you. So we're gonna take a break, Pascal, because it's 11:02.
Yeah.
So we can go back to the next half, and I need some Defuleo music.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So when we come back, we'll come back with Defuleo because I need to
hear it, right?
You need some Defuleo music?
Yes, I do. I love. Okay. So Kevin, we're gonna take a break because it's what we're doing today is 2 shows in one. It's Defuleo and Dyaspora Dedouble fusion.
Defuleo and Dyaspora Dedouble fusion.
Am I invited to stay?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Defuleo.
And we will be right back.
We'll be right back.
Defuleo, c'est un talk show uniquement sous Dodo Vibe FM. Tout le monde a une histoire dans vie au cap tout mentil. Qui ça pour la même?
Vini Defuleo.
Personne pas juge. Petit tout rivé ambassade, ADN nan dit non, petit pas beau.
Vini Defuleo.
Foyer wap pran kou, relasyon vin gran kou.
Vini Defuleo.
Ou santi, chaque jour qui passe, bagay yo vin pi difficile.
Vini Defuleo.
Mari ap trompe ou, madame ap fè ou chok.
Vini Defuleo.
Paste, kap Jackie fidèl yo nan veyni.
Vini Defuleo.
Pa kite anyen tou fè ou, vin denonse tout sa ki pa fè ou plezi nan relasyon ou. Nan zamitay ou bien nan travay ou. Rele nou, boy sit la, se defoule nou. Vin la gen, pa fè stroke, pa fè ke.
Jam stressé là, ba mal defoule nan Dodor Vibe. Yo émission côté ou capable parler de tout ça nan tête ou, tout ça k'ap dominer. Si mesdames yo ap bo au clos, vin la gueule. Messieurs yo ap bo dandi, vin la gueule. Sans yo pas juger ou, vin la gezin, vin bay parole. Vin defoule ou sous Dodor Vibe FM.
Vini Defuleo. La gueule.
DODORVIBE.com ou soit Dodor Vibe FM sur YouTube ak Facebook. Defuleo.
Hi, my name is Dolores Mura Etienne. I am the creator of Echoes of Freedom, Haiti's global legacy. This is not just a show or a podcast. This is a journey, a global journey, and to uncover the most unforgettable truth regarding Haiti's role and other people's independence, other countries' independence. Let's go.
1804, Haiti became the first black republic and the only nation born from a successful slave revolt. But Haiti's fight for freedom didn't end there. From sending ships and troops to aid Simon Bolivar's campaign in Latin America to casting the decisive UN vote that created Israel in 1947, Haiti has been a quiet force behind global independence. Even Polish soldiers who joined Haiti's revolution were honored as brothers in the fight for freedom. Echoes of Freedom is a powerful documentary, podcast, and video series uncovering Haiti's untold role in shaping the world's fight for sovereignty. The truth is global, and it started in Haiti.
I like that song.
I told you, if you want to wake up in the show and you don't play this song, you don't want to wake up.
It's that, but then it makes you think too, like,
Yeah.
God don't pay,
God don't pay cap gaspiller.
That's
Oh,
right.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's true because
A lot of things are gaspilling.
it
For people who don't know what gaspiller means, it means wasting away, just wasting.
that's waste.
A country with so much potential with a lot of waste.
It's sad.
Sometimes I look at Haiti like a parent, you know, like sometimes you see this, like a parent that had a child that was like a golden child and was like supposed to be so
And then
much
they
for the
didn't
family,
do what they were supposed
and then
to
they
do.
just turn into a crackhead.
That's
right.
a perfect analogy.
Because the parent
That's a
was too
perfect
busy
analogy.
doing all the stuff, taking care of their partying and everything, and they didn't do the essential.
And then the kid just turns into a crackhead.
That's right.
That's a perfect analogy.
That's right.
But anyway,
And, you know, I've had a lot of analogies where I got scolds on for.
you got scolded.
You got scolded for analogies that you made? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
I remember the last one.
You had to beep.
She got in trouble.
You had to beep it out, right, Pascal? Beep it.
I didn't have to
beep.
beep it.
No.
I guess I didn't beep it fast enough, which is why.
Oh, it got out there.
Yeah, I look at it differently.
That was defuleo.
You'll
Is the
Okay.
echo gone now? No. Is the echo gone?
Yeah, it's better.
It's better.
I'm not sure.
But I hear him better.
Because we can't.
audience is-
The
I
audience hears the echo.
look at Haiti as a country whose great-grandparents and grandparents had freedom to go use by their big who tried to right who was afraid of them. Who were afraid of them. And because they were you know, control and like that, their spirit was never destroyed. And I've seen successive attempts to bring back independence. Aristide is elected independence. We have terms for use, you know. There was tremendous and independent to the extent that you know the neighbor to the north.
Yeah, the echo is definitely still there for the audience.
Still there, yeah.
So
It's
I
not
have
me.
to.
I've changed
I've
my-
got to. It's not you. I've got to look at some of
Yeah,
my
I've changed
settings here.
everything.
I apologize.
Hold on,
One of the topics that I wanna bring back on, we're gonna take a pause on Haiti, and then we'll come back once we get Lionel to do the news. We'll cap on the Haiti.
Right.
But I wanna talk about something.
Yeah.
What's happening right here,
Right here, local. Yeah.
Local, na diaspora. Nous connaissons que Kevin, bah connaît sous connaît nous connaît côté California. Actuellement là, nous avons potentiel 3 candidats pour mayor dans New York. Pour mayor New York City.
Sounds like Haiti with 79 candidates for president.
No, it's
Mamdani, right?
Yes,
Mandani.
Mandani, Como, and Adams.
Well, Cuomo's out now, right? We've already had the.
He's
already had
out,
the
but
primary.
they can't think he still might jump back
That's what
in.
people are saying. I think that's just
Is that even
strategist, but he
possible?
conceded, and I don't really think it's possible because
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, how could he?
Mayor Adams has actually changed parties, and he's actually running independent. So if Cuomo would try to come back, he'd have to go back on a
On another-
Republican ticket. But they
Mhm.
got Curtis. Curtis is running, so they
That'll
would
be-
have to have another election, primary election, to figure out who their candidate is.
That'll be
gonna
very hard for Cuomo to do, I think.
Which
But
of those
He
candidates?
did say he was going to think of running against Adams for the independents.
I think Kevin's trying to say something. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Which of those candidates is more in touch with community and it's
Isola Mamdani. Yeah, he's young. He's a socialist. He kind of speaks to the people and for the young people.
The young people are
right?
the ones who are really
they're behind
vying
him.
for him.
And like I was talking to my sister and a lot of people who are like, oh, he's not making sense. You know, I was like, but guess what? He has the support of the young people. And I said, young people start revolutions. Young people are the ones that foster the changes, right? Because right now we're establishing our careers. We're okay. We're feeling the heat, but we're still able to afford the heat, right? The young kids, they don't have anything to lose.
But
like my son, I support him. I pay for everything, so he could say what he want, do his want. Like his mom is still there. Like he can fall back on me, right? So he could go out and protest and say what he want to say, whereas I need to be a little more controlled with what I'm saying and how I'm feeling, right?
C'est nous même qui parlons politique.
Pas la politique, Pascal. Ça pas politique, non, c'est une petite information, ma baille.
Let me do that. I'll take care of that.
There you go.
Kevin does the politics. Pas faire politique. Moi, je m'entendais, pas faire politique.
That's right.
Right? So, like, my son's name is Dylan. Dylan could go out and talk and protest and run his candidate, knock on doors, and that's the thing. The young kids for this campaign, I've never seen, and I love it. The activity, you understand, the engagement, going on to like the election, you know, the board of elections
They have
site.
they have no choice. They really
Listen,
they have no choice.
and this
They out to get
generation,
them.
this generation is very tech savvy.
Yes.
So they were able to go out, get numbers, and they had meetings and they were comparing data on what the Democratic Party did not do for Madam Kamala Harris. These young kids in college still, they were out, they had their spreadsheets, they had their logistics, what neighborhoods they really need to target, where they need to get the candidate.
I'll be honest with
the
you.
outcome was that he wanted.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think they have a choice. I think they realize what's at stake.
is
And
at
I, you know, when I hear about what's going on today, sometimes the only thing I could think to myself is, wow, I am glad that I'm not in school right now, because the challenges that they face today, they're completely different from when I
what we
went to
have,
school.
right?
Completely different.
And then you have an
it's survival.
administration.
It's
It's survival, but you have an administration that's trying to take away all their
Yes.
rights and bring them back 100
Exactly,
years.
exactly. And they see that.
You understand? They understand it. They're very educated.
Yep.
Common
Good.
sense,
Good for them.
not so much. But education, they're very educated.
Good for them.
Listen, now the problem is, après les ou fin mette Mondani sous côté ou que je mette là, which I think they might.
When you say they, Madam Dodo, who are you talking about?
Qui est-ce qui
They.
dit?
Qu'est-ce qui
I'm
dit?
saying the kids.
The kids? Okay.
Yeah, they might succeed.
Et pas seulement the kids.
It's not the kids.
I have to admit, I voted for him. I voted for him. You could beat me later, Madame Dodo. You
That's
could
fine.
you could smack me
cannot
later.
beat you for
You
who
can
voted for.
smack
The
me
vote
I
is
later.
different.
advocate for voting.
I voted,
it.
and I
Me
voted.
too.
I voted
That's
for
civic
him.
engagement.
I tell everybody you cannot sit any election.
Can't.
It took a while for
Don't
me.
sit it down.
It-
Just vote.
That's my thing.
It took a while for me to make up my
Okay?
mind, but
Because
he's who I
once you
voted
get
for.
yourself into voting, then you can say, okay, you know what? Let me not waste my vote on this.
On this
then you
person.
will analyze this
Absolutely.
and analyze that. But
Yep.
you gotta get
And that's
into
where
the culture of voting.
And that's where our information, Mara Dodo, becomes important, right?
That's right.
No,
Because we're telling you, we're informing you, we're giving you information for you to make that
That's
better.
right. That's right.
En tant
Educated
que
vote.
peuple noir, en tant que peuple haïtien, nous goûtons trop pour pouvoir vote là.
That's right.
To waste it.
To waste
So,
it.
It's that Pascal, you say that? We wasted
because
we
I never
wasted
think
every
of
election.
I don't agree. Not agree.
Kevin.
Kevin saying something.
I don't agree.
Go ahead.
Elections have been another way. The foreign government has controlled. And when they didn't get elections, we've seen coups. So there's a good democracy of the U.S. government. But when it comes to reality on the ground, they've never created governments that were outside the box.
Real Democrat.
Whether that's
real
democracy, whether that other government. Yet they still hold panacea. You're going to solve. You can just get to the next one, assuming you're not going to hypocrisy how it goes. LeBron, all those who traditionally have believed in politics on behalf of they're not going to mix. Which of course is the big in Haiti today, right? You're going to be these elections again. I think you're right about New York. I'm curious about Haitian youth involved in those camps in New York and in those elections. Also, when I think about Haiti, it serves a complete role. And today I think it's more important given that the race to the elections, but also we know it's not realistic conditions. But they keep them because again money flow.
But Kevin, I'm gonna not agree with you. Only for the thing is that in what you're saying, because it's two phases fold, right? If elections in Haiti, like you said right now, we love to. I say this all the time, and I need to put it on the t-shirts. Mm-hmm. We Haitians love democracy, but we do not understand democracy or really understand what democracy is, right? Ooh. That's a given.
But you had two real democratic elections where you elected and you got tons of change. It wasn't the Haitian overthrew him.
That's right. And this is what I'm saying. But they don't understand. Absolutely. Right? And that's why I'm saying, like, for what you're saying, yes, to have that happen in Haiti. But that's why I'm saying also here, because it's the diaspora that has to apply that pressure to make that change happen in Haiti. Because everyone know the one that's holding it and controlling everything, it's happening here.
That's right.
And that it produces the outcome that we see there.
Then in that case, listen, in that case, what should we as diaspora, let's say we vote a lot, Haitian votes in America.
And that's why I was saying when Pascal said
the fact that we vote, and we're gonna say that, but we don't lobby.
That's the thing. That's
okay. We vote.
So you want to do another show? Because that's the thing.
But our vote, what does it mean?
Right.
And then this is why
our vote is.
I said Dodo service. We do voter registration. Mahalia, we're trying to do a lot of voter registration because.
And they gave you 4 cards.
That's right. Okay. So, so we try to make sure that let nous voter. Nous pas juste voter, but fuck nous porter bloc vote nous. Bloc coste pour nous dire moun que nous voter pour yo. It's something for something.
But the thing
just like the other people does it.
No, I understand that, but that's where it goes that you have to be properly informed and understand who you're voting for. Because the thing that we have, and this is what I'm saying about Haitian people who love democracy, but they don't understand it, is I'm voting for office, and just because I'm parle deux mots Creole and my mother is Haitian, but I've never been to Haiti, I'm out of touch with the actual nuances of the Haitian culture, that you vote for me, but I'm working more for the opposition's interests than I'm working for yours. But because you think I look like you and sound like you, you give me a vote. One thing that happens a lot right here where we stand is that our vote gets taken for granted. Okay, and they know that they do not have to give us anything, any money, we're not.
We don't have anybody that's going to ask for it and demand that our vote count for something.
That's it.
Because we have no representation.
So to bring this back now, to bring it back to.
it's also true that you've had the highest number of Haitian politicians in the last
That's
decade.
right. That is right. That's
Absolutely,
correct.
Kevin. And this
Anytime
is
ever. In
this is
Miami
why.
and in Florida and in New York.
So there's a whole
Congress.
organization dedicated to Haitian and Haitian Americans elected in the nation.
That's right.
It's called Neon.
There's several.
Okay. And they're always silent. You may have, if not one, I know one strong elected that always bring Haiti to the forefront. And I'm going to give her a shout out on the show. That's Councilwoman Rita Joseph. Whenever she has the opportunity, and they don't like her for it. And I feel like we have to rally around her and protect her for it. Right. And that's why I feel like people need to understand what really happens behind closed doors. You understand what I'm saying? Who's really working for you? Because there's something too that's called Masque Pepla. You understand? Flag Day comes around and you come and you shake yourself and you let people see you, and then that makes you Haitian, and then you think that deserves that because you was there that I should vote for you. But this is why we need to.
No, you're pas la 17 mai, you're pas la 19 mai, but you're la 18 mai.
Absolutely. All the time, every year, it always happened. And then la campagne.
That's right.
Oh, I'm Haitian. I know, guys. I'm connais créole moi, vraiment mal lilo. And compared to some,
your Creole is fine.
It's fine.
Your Creole is fine.
Like, I'm proud that I can even form a sentence.
Okay. They say my Creole is low. I make
Right.
my effort, but your Creole is fine. My Creole is fine.
But the thing is, moi-même, le m'a parlé ti créole là, tout le monde c'est pour yo mettre les oreilles yo fin parce que ça m'a dit à li porter intérêt.
That's right.
You understand? And the thing is that c'est ça que fait, Madame Dodo, c'est ça que fait moi laver au matin, c'est ça que fait moi faire ça m'a fait pour communauté. Même travail moi t'ai qu'à quitter côté m'a travail là pour me faire plus que 3 fois avant que m'a faire. Moi était là pour moi porter information, pour me si pep ça ka lever from the bottom to go here, because right now on the social totem pole, we Haitians, we're at the bottom.
They're at the bottom. So, but
we're at the bottom.
But
and it's because of this. It's because of understanding how to make your vote work for you. How to get them to come, because what ça n'a pas un politicien avec Elio. How should I compare them? Like, they can sniff it. Once campaign come around, they can smell who they're going to go to, and you see it. You see where they go. Who they focus their attention
just like
on.
all the visits we got for the past couple of weeks.
Wow.
We got a lot, and
Be
know
careful.
they're
Vini, because they understand the work that's actually being done here, right? And they
after,
know that there's a voice. They know people are listening and watching.
But after the campaign, we don't see them at all.
But then I blame, and this is where I'm saying my parfait politique with this information. You have to understand that your local elected official, your councilwoman, and I'm going to keep plugging her because these are people that I work with and I know, right? If you go to Rita Joseph's office right now and you are a constituent within her district, if you ask her for help, she has her staff people get your information, follow up with you, and then they're making sure that it gets done. And then they follow up with you to see how you're doing after.
Rita Joseph and I go way, way back.
You understand? And she didn't just become, she's been doing
this for a very
long time.
I've known her for a very long time.
You're only seeing it play out now.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, a lot of people don't like her for it.
And that's them.
They don't like.
You can't please everybody.
It's them, but this is why we have to rally around her. We have to support her.
Good. Then let's support her.
So-called
is Rita running for election right now?
No, thank God she's safe.
Good.
She's good.
Okay, so
this goes back to Zoran Mandani and understanding like the mayoral election and what's going to happen. So now we have Mayor Eric Adams, who he's running on an independent label.
Why is Mayor Adams running on independent, Mahadia?
Well, the Democrats, they cut your tires every here.
Why is that?
Because they thought that so basically they set him up because he had the indictment on the so-called corruption that they try to pin on him, and they wanted to get him out that way.
Who's they?
The same
Yo.
Ça fait politique, madame Dodo.
Yo.
Kevin, you saw that, right?
Kevin, you like that?
Yo.
Oh boy. So there were those actual things of them right?
Let me tell you something, Kevin.
There was that real evidence money to represent, Turkey in a way that was actually.
Kevin, let me tell you something.
I mean, at least it was published, but also relied on Trump. And I think that I mean, real PNC, right?
Right.
Because in the end, Trump was aid, and he was able to stay in office, and now I don't think he can run through the ring because he doesn't want to be MAGA. In that regard, to be elected
exactly.
On the other hand, he's Democrats because he's been staying there,
right. And he doesn't want to. He's not giving up. So he runs independent.
So who is he running for right now? Who is he trying to represent?
Good question.
New York City. New Yorkers.
Is he trying
New
to?
York.
Is he working for you?
Is he working for you? Well, let me say one thing.
As a New Yorker.
As a New Yorker, I'm gonna say this and I don't want to. It's not race or anything else. But I've worked for government for 25 plus years. You can't tell though, right?
I know.
Yeah, 25 plus years, right?
Good.
And I'm going to say this. During my tenure, right? I've worked under 4 mayors. And what they try to say that Mayor Adams was guilty of or what he's done, people have done far worse. And had stuff come up and it just disappeared. So you can actually see, and that's why I felt like he felt also that he could fight this and that it really wasn't, getting an upgrade. People look at it like, hey, he's a mayor, he deserves an upgrade or whatever else that they're claiming. See if they felt lot bagay, see if they John Patrick get lot bagay. See if they would have came with something more substantial, which they could have actually, they went with that where it's people have done. And is it right? Let me understand this too when I'm saying, right? Is it right? No, it's not. Because what the other ones did too, it wasn't good too. But it's become a sort of, it's become normalized. So the dysfunction has become normal. And one thing, like they basically try to make it seem like he's going to pay for something because they too felt like he was a little too cocky. He was a little too, the way that they wanted him to dance, he didn't dance that way too, because they thought that he was in office and they were going to be able to control him. But as we all saw, Mayor Adams would speak his mind at press conferences, call people out at press conferences, and they didn't like it.
You said that there were worse for the mayors, but I think only one I can call, and I was trying to research. Where New York City was accused of discrimination.
I didn't repeat that, Kevin, because you going in and out.
I said I think it's canceled, but I'm aware of the history of New York City, where a mayor was in a foreign bribery. You said that there are mayors who've done far worse.
Yeah.
The only instance I know when New York City mayor used in a foreign bribery. And again, I can only. But I've said and the testimony. I understand what he's manipulated.
Right.
But I've also seen some of the documents and evidence, and some of the wire and it's interesting. I wouldn't say there's nothing there.
Well, no, I'm not saying there's nothing there. What I'm saying is like they should have gotten something, I think, more heavier. Like what they were trying to get him on, like an upgrade and stuff. Like, yeah, if it happened, it happened. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. What I'm saying is that what they should have go for some other stuff. There's other stuff there. You know what I'm saying?
If you say so, I believe you. But Pascal, we're gonna get ready for a commercial because 11:30. We're gonna get to go to Haiti. Kevin, don't go anywhere.
We're going to Haiti?
Yes, no, we have to wrap up.
We have Mandani. That's why I'm saying that. So we're gonna continue, Pascal. Stand by for a commercial. But this is my thing. we know that we talked about Como with Como qui était déjà là, qui tourne bas, qui vient ouest le carrefour et puis la politique encore. We suspect that Como prale Vini tourne back peut-être pour cap get en dans machine là pour capable aller for a higher post.
Absolutely.
Okay, for a higher post. But this is my question. Do Como needs to be mayor to run for president?
No.
So he doesn't need to waste the money to he should just get ready and go for president because he can.
No, I don't think it's that. I think that this was the closest election that he could have jumped back into to make himself relevant.
Right. He has to find a way for himself to get back into the.
It wasn't for anything. If it was governor, he would have jumped in. That's my opinion.
He's got to get in front of people's eyes. People have to see him.
800-pound gorilla in the room is still was forced out of office.
Absolutely, exactly, and that's the thing.
Right?
Yeah.
And his relationship, the way that he treated coming on this.
Yeah, but he's not the only one in office.
Hold on.
The electric amnesia, right?
Correct. He said you can't have office. No, absolutely.
He's not the only one in office or around office who's treated women.
Listen,
that doesn't make it right.
The way it's become it becomes like what.
Let me tell you something. So the thing is too, right? We have to understand like the generational shift that took place too, right? Because again, like I told you, I've been in government for 25 years. Like when I started, people would say stuff and you'd be like, whoa. But you can say nothing because that was the culture.
That's right. And then
you know what I mean? And it would be like, whoa. Like just saying or looking in and then it, like Kevin said, he was forced out again. And let's understand that there was something done there too by their party that they wanted to put somebody else, because if we really want to tell the truth, Cuomo should be president right now.
Thank you. And then
I believe so. Kevin is like, what? Of course.
Look at Kevin's eyes.
Yeah, I believe that wholeheartedly, Kevin. Kevin is like, what?
I believe that too.
I believe.
And to further say what you just said, Mahadia, to further what you just said, if Cuomo was president today,
they didn't want that.
We would be where we are today.
Well, that's easy.
We would never be where we are.
But I want to go back to Kevin. Like, Kevin, what was that look for? Like, I really believe that. Like,
y'all are thinking like New York.
Are we thinking like New York?
No. And particularly, I look at the politics, the political spectrum of the country, and I don't want to.
You know what you have to throw into the equation too, Kevin. Remember, COVID was real.
Oh yeah.
At that time, and why I said he could have been president. At that time, Cuomo took the country by the reins.
Yeah.
Because New York started setting the precedent for everything that was happening during that COVID time. He showed leadership. His name was out there.
That's right. And people was afraid that
fear. And when you have fear,
if they didn't stop this train, it would have been derailed straight to Washington.
And then it was going to be between Cuomo and Biden.
That's right.
And they asked him not to run, and he said no.
On the West Coast. Very different.
What's that?
We have a very different Cuomo on the West Coast.
Yeah,
I know, but not during COVID though, because you guys used to tune in. You guys used to tune into those hearings.
When stuff shut down, we saw him get news and make but everybody on the news and thing, right?
Like New York, I get that.
To be a larger area,
but we didn't hear from California's governor.
Listen, he's got.
We didn't hear from Texas's governor.
Well, you heard from
New York's governor.
Well, hold on, we did hear from them. You just didn't hear from them. That's my point.
And he saved.
No, I
Gavin Newsom was on the podium too, but. Cuomo had a age because New York City.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
That's exactly what I'm saying. His presence.
Yeah.
We've always seen as another party.
No, he was vying
for
the candidacy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I think he was out, and that's why I say that. because he really was out there. He really wanted to be on these news channels.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
every day he made
up and down.
Giving
like my mom lives in Rhode Island, and I have a lot of family in New England, Maine, and Vermont. Like they would be like, "Whoa, what the mayor's on? Your governor, your governor." You know, so I think and that's the only reason why I said, and it's my opinion. Like this is not, please everybody, this is not the way that the radio station feels about it.
That's right.
This is just my opinion. Like I don't that if they hadn't done, the Democrats hadn't done what they did
to
Cuomo and pushed him out and made
Cuomo would have been president.
President Biden become president, that he would probably been our president right now.
That's right. That's right.
The democratic machine.
Absolutely.
Machine.
And that's why he lost.
And what he's trying to do now is that control of that.
He is the
one of the things of the democratic machine that I noticed, and
people are tired.
No, it's not.
People
even
are
tired.
They are.
They are the same old people, just like in Haiti. They are the same old people. They don't open it for others to come in
the next
make
generation.
the changes. And this is why, even though my opinion of Mondani,
Zohan
Mondani is different from the others. The fact that he's different,
he's young, he's
progressive, we should give him a chance. However, the record has reached Madame Doub.
I'll take that out.
Okay,
so
I know it.
There we go.
It has reached me.
I'm playing with settings.
Yeah. So
we saw this during the election.
Yeah,
and that's why Madam Kamala lost.
This is my thing. Yes, his views are a little bit not his views. The thing that he said he's going to do.
Let me tell you. Yeah.
A little bit. If not, I don't want to say nothing is impossible, but it's borderline.
But let me say this. And I'm playing.
You got me, Kevin?
Kevin.
Borderline for Nouyòk?
I'll tell you something. I only have one question for the candidates. Are you going to stop the deporting of Haitians to that hell?
That's what's important to me.
Absolutely.
Are you going to work to
you need to hear
change policy?
Yeah.
They about it.
And when I do get a chance to ask him a question, which I will get a chance to,
you will.
And my question to him is, are you going? The question. Are you going to?
We may have him on the show in the future.
That's right. Can we have your word on camera, saying that you will do whatever you can within your power to make sure that they stop the cruelty that they are doing toward Haitian people.
Let me tell you something.
Within your jurisdiction.
I get this. And this is the thing too, right? The thing is, you said it there.
37, we have to go.
Okay, you said it here about the democratic machine. People are tired of this old politics. We saw it during the election. Knocking on doors, right? We saw it.
We're going to commercial.
So now,
we gotta get
people
to the news.
don't even care that it's what it is. They're just ready for the change. They just don't want more of the same old democratic machine. So that's why Zoran Memdani, he won. He had the young kids behind him, and they're going to rally behind him again. Now, will he win? I don't know, because the big democratic machine has a lot of money, and they're claiming he's Muslim, and he speaks out about certain things.
That's why
he needs the Haitian community. He needs humanity right now, because what they're trying to do to him is basically it's that, but. We gotta wake up for this. It's coming.
Yes. Okay. We're taking a minute because we're coming back with the news.
Kevin, you have to dance. You have to dance, Kevin. You have to. There you go. going on, party people in a place to be? This is Pascal Antoine here. And for those who know me well, you know that I've always been like a media person. Ever since I was 12 years old, I begged my parents for a camera. When they finally got it for me, I just fell in love. And ever since then, I've been just a media guy. I want to introduce you to Vibe. I've been lucky enough to have been given the position as the station director. Vibe is it's an online radio station where not only do we play very interesting music and we have interesting programs, but we're also a full-fledged media company. So if you need anything done, we'll be able to do it for you. We have a dedicated staff that they know what they're doing. And even myself, I've been doing this for a very long time. So for any of your media needs, I invite you to check out Vibe. If you're looking for media production, advertising and promotion, digital design, event and mobile services, just contact Vibe. We're here for you for all of your media services needs. We are back.
Woo! Maria, I'm presque volé un chanteau là.
You can share. We love it here.
Okay. We are back. So, Kevin, we are going to Haiti. So, chaque show, nous obligés à Haiti.
We go to Haiti.
I wish I could. I miss my country.
Directly to Haiti.
Yeah. So, Renel, Oula, take us to Haiti, please.
Take us to Haiti.
Salut Mayoral, salut Kevin, salut tout le monde qui suit Dyaspora Dedouble, quand soit côté on compte avec eux pour nous porter information qui concerne la pays d'Haïti. Nous avons démarré avec le ministre de l'Éducation nationale et de la formation professionnelle, le gouvernement de facto qui c'est Antoine Augustin qui fait connaître examen vers l'année fondamentale qui est bien déroulé dans le pays malgré des jours examen qui est boycotté dans la Scaubas à cause de bandits qui t'a tenté d'envahir la Scaubas. Le ministère de l'Éducation nationale et de la formation professionnelle a envisagé là et pour prendre des mesures pour permettre que les élèves 9e année fondamentale finissent l'examen dans la Scaubas puisque les bandits ont essayé de tenter de prendre la Scaubas, mais la police a repoussé côté grand pile dans bandits yo même qui perdu la vie malgré qu'on police qui blessé et bandits ont kidnappé des agents BSA. Et puis ailleurs dans ville Bonaïve, il y a une police nationale particulièrement Hippo, yo même qui est délogé agent BSA dans le local d'après ça la police fait connaître monsieur agent BSA a tenté de faire une invasion dans la prison civile pour Bonaïve là en ben ailleurs police nationale nous-mêmes yo t'a délogé agent BSA dans le local côté où il y a n'a pas pendant semaine qui s'est passé à gagner un agent BSA qui tiré un Hippo sous place d'armes Bonaïve là. Et puis, il y a un ancien colonel qui est président de l'IA, M. colonel dit nous suivre avec un pile rage dans quelle intervention coordonnateur capitaine Fritz Alphonse Jean qui dit capitaine a commencé bataille contre bandits à Xamio depuis le mois de novembre 2024. Et puis, il souligné Primatia mettait campé une task force contre climat et sécurité sans tenir compte de la police nationale là, ensemble avec l'armée. Dans ce sens, ancien colonel Ibler Rubi dénoncer des ordres lidiques fait dans l'État. Côté dirigeant, pas capable d'entendre. Ancien colonel a plaidé pour respect à droit à violon pendant les degrés opposés à la modification article 54 points à 56 de la Constitution 1987 là. Côté Ibler Rubi demandé pour c'est un juge dans la cour cassation qui vient président PIA pendant demander pour capitaine Marie Paquetli aller. Ancien sénateur la Tibonite, oui, la tortue, lancé un appel pour demander aux autorités pour focus sur l'idée pour résoudre le problème de sécurité qui est dans le pays. Ancien sénateur la Tibonite, c'est dans la guerre, il y a assez moyens de utiliser la tortue qui fait connaître la communauté internationale pas capable d'aider résoudre les phénomènes d'insécurité avec formule a utilisé depuis 1994. Dirigeant Haïti en action proposé pour renforcer force publique qui besoin d'agents tactiques pour capable contrecarrer gang armé d'après déclaration ancien sénateur Louis La Tortue. Et puis, il y a un syndicat national, police haïtien, qui c'est Sinapora, qui lance un appel pour demander aux autorités d'ajuster salaire policier. Je ça prévoit dans la Constitution. Sinapora encourage les autorités pour améliorer les conditions de travail, employés civils et agents policiers pour permettre de motiver pour avoir plus bon résultat dans la bataille menée pour faire des actes d'insécurité dans le pays. D'après ça, Sinapora, qui est dans le syndicat de la police nationale. Maître Camille Leblanc, qui est ancien ministre de Justice et de Sécurité République dans le pays, point CARICOM a essayé de cacher derrière l'échec KPT1, mais il n'est pas capable de chercher solution à la crise là en même temps, puisque il contribué dans la situation qui gagne dans le pays. Maître Camille Leblanc proposé là pour gagner un site à parler et qui a fait entre Haïtiens pour résoudre la crise là. Ancien ministre de Justice et de Sécurité Publique proposé un conseil qui a 3 membres là-dedans, qui a bien là-dedans un juge de la Cour de cassation et puis 2 autres membres pour au moins ils arrivent à organiser l'élection dans le pays dans le mois d'avril 2026. C'est ça, ancien ministre de Justice, M. Camille Leblanc, lui-même lui fait puisque mardi 1er juillet, CARICOM a commencé à parler avec les dirigeants politiques pour voir qui sont capables de joindre une solution avec la crise comme ça KGP. Il y a un ancien représentant spécial secrétaire général des Nations Unies dans le pays d'Haïti qui c'est Maria Isabelle Salvador qui parle pas encore arrêté l'année qui passée dans tête et Vini. Il félicite le travail, il dit mission et sécurité nationale dans le pays. Côté la police, malgré plus de difficultés, il a gagné par rapport à financement et puis déploiement effectif. Maria Isabelle Salvador dit il est satisfait quand même pour travailler force multinationale l'a fait dans le pays, malgré d'après ça dit, médias, parfois parler de accompagnement MSS là. Mais c'est ça que lui-même dit, Nabdou, madame Isabelle et Salvador, lui-même n'est pas représentant secrétaire général là. Encore dans le pays d'Haïti, c'est un Mexicain qui peut remplacer l'ambassadeur Canada dans le pays d'Haïti, qui c'est André François qui fait connaître grâce à la coopération qui gagne entre la police nationale et la force multinationale là, qui empêchait tout pays à tomber en bas contrôle bandit AXAP. D'après l'ambassadeur, c'est grâce à la coopération ça qui fait aujourd'hui à plusieurs institutions dans le pays continuer à protéger ces déclarations ambassadeurs et français qui gagnent dans le pays et Canada dans le pays d'Haïti. Nous voulons parler de André François Giraud. Et puis, il y a un bandit qui fait coalition gang vivant ça, qui continue à placer le corps dans la localité et via dans la zone 15 coffres. Dans le moment, il y a la possible opération. Ils volaient panneaux soleil, ils volaient batterie, télévision, ils volaient même la caille pour nous avec l'autre matériel. Et côté monde qui courait, qui était caillou. En même côté, zone Sayoua, d'après ça, ancien député André Gustave qui fait connaître, ancien député qui profite souligner, il dit qu'il n'y a pas de contrôle blindé que bandit prend en 18 juillet passé dans la zone Baudet. Ancien député qui fait connaître, après attaque gang fait dans le commencement mois juin, en population obligée à abandonner plusieurs zones, côté la vie, a essayé de reprendre. Il fait plaidoyer pour une opération garçon à camper qui mène dans Carrefour-Bête, qui c'est le premier côté, gang occupé pour population capable d'aller au soupe, d'après ça, ancien député et qu'est-ce qu'on fait qui c'est André Gustave lui-même, lui fait connaître. Avant que nous finissions avec continuer l'information qui est pour avec sport, puisque nous connaissons qu'il y a 2 compétitions qui ont joué en même temps aux États-Unis. Et c'est la Gold Cup, côté qui arrive dans le Boutli, côté grande finale là, a fait demain, dimanche là, entre l'équipe américaine ensemble avec l'équipe mexicaine. L'équipe américaine a éliminé Guatemala sur le score de 2 goals à 1 en demi-finale. Et puis l'équipe mexicaine lui-même a éliminé Honduras sur le score de 1 goal à 0. En grande finale là, programmée pour demain, entre l'équipe américaine ensemble avec l'équipe mexicaine dans ça qui est pour et dans
Bon week-end.
Bon bagay.
Bon week-end, Renel. Bon, Renel, bah nous en pile nouvelle, oui. Comme toujours.
Always.
Yon nan moun que li cité là qui ont ti jan relevé souci moi, l'aime tande non, ancien sénateur. M'pa même nommer non because m'pa pral faire passer dans nouvelle, il pas important.
Non.
Non mais ça moun ça.
Pourquoi pas?
Est-ce qu'on est d'accord?
Oui,
Transparence.
Yeah, that's it.
Parce que
you always,
non. Parce que raison fait, m'pa ouais pour quelle raison yo obligé moun ça obligé sous les lieux toujours parce que c'est eux même qui mettent pays en côté
so that we know who they are.
You will la torture.
Of course. I was going to say.
You were going to say. Exactly. Thank you.
You want security.
I know Pascal, I was waiting on that one, right, Pascal?
Yeah.
Non, because m'pa ouais raison que lui la torture a dit que a bay toute nouvelle ça yo que bagay insécurité pour yo faire c'est yo même qui créateur insécurité en Haïti. C'est eux même qui créateur, fondateur, exécuteur, qui tout bagay insécurité en Haïti. So they have the gall to now to have to come out to talk like that. I don't understand what's happening here.
It's not just him. Seant is trying to come back. What's his name? You know, trying to come back. They're all looking no were unfair. They were false, and not credible. So they're old school of politics that ruined the country. These guys are trying to.
They want to make a comeback.
And come back again.
They want to make a comeback because c'est déjà des mamans yo a papa yo.
You know what it is?
C'est pour yo seulement qu'à manger, c'est yo seulement qu'à faire.
Saying this, right? So they think it's like the olden days. Like,
that's right.
Invest I have bad here.
Yo cartooné because nous oublier, nous forget. Non, juste non seulement faire comme chair de poule.
But then you have like the internet too, which is, that's why I say it's like a saving grace. Like, do they use it in the best ways possible every day? No. But with this information, with news, like a lot of things that was once so like no transparency, like
no, you pense nous pas connaître ça yo t'a réglé. Tout bagay de yo kounya.
Right now, everything is open. The veil has been lifted.
That's
so
right.
People are watching them.
That's right.
Like, and all they do is just look at them and say, "Where more shit?" That's all you could.
Wait, say that again. Where more shit?
You gotta do the face. Where
more shit? Kevin saying something. Kevin is saying something. Where more shit? Kevin, you were saying something.
The government that's in power is also game.
It's also what?
I get staple game.
Parce que they're building jobs. They're expanding the government.
Kevin, you have to explain that when you said they're building jobs. Building jobs.
Who's building jobs?
Have you seen the jobs that they've created under Dyaspora?
They have
jobs for who?
Jobs for the ministry. Right.
Yo vraiment avec gouvernement haïtien créer un pile job. Parce que premier job. Non, premier job. Imaginez longtemps où t'es conduit un seul président. Pas vrai? Yo créé job pour nous jouer 9 présidents. Vous comprenez?
Imaginez. Yeah.
When the job creation.
No, I know. I wanted Kevin to just explain the job.
Yeah.
Because they created a lot of jobs.
Lodi, they created jobs.
At one time.
No, but the thing, I get it, but Lodi create jobs. Get mon captain, they come and say, oh, you create job. Mais your papa say, key job.
No. Pas de monde qui pral dire comme ça que you pas créé job. Nobody can say the Haitian government does not create jobs.
For themselves.
That is not
for them.
That's something else, people.
So then who do they create jobs for, Madame Dodo?
That's
exactly what they say.
President multiplier job là. Okay? One time.
Jobs in Haiti have always been jobs in Haiti.
Hold on.
Madame Dodo juste pas fait politique.
Hold on. Kevin's trying to say something.
Jobs in Haiti always been a political patronage.
What?
In a country that This I don't know.
Yeah, the echo is annoying. I apologize.
You know why that's
I'm listening intently so I could
Yeah.
understand the just the way you said it. I have to hear keywords though.
Jobs in have always a form of patronage.
Political patronage.
Absolutely.
And
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And they have patronage.
Every
they have done that for Haiti. 9 presidents.
Trickle down theory. Every job needs a lot of right? And it includes jobs.
Right.
And especially when governments lack popular support, they rely on creating that support, like spend the government payroll.
Got it.
So then the job staying in power as long as you can to milk that
To make the most money.
to make the most money, which we saw with Vini, which we saw with Guy. Now we're seeing it with Zame.
Ou kon sa nou konstate nan Haitian government, n'a parlé de li kounya la, c'est que en pile nan gouvernement yo tellement yo créé job, tellement gen job dans pays yo chaque peut-être gen 2 ou 3 positions peut-être pas yo que yo rempli. Que yo apprend 2 ou 3 chèques. Yo touché pour 2 ou 3. That's right. Yes, parce que yo pas bay l'autre money parce que tellement gen job.
Oui.
So yo obligé. No, yo obligé parce que pas gen l'autre monde qui ka faire.
So let's for an example.
Mhm.
So I'm in government. I'm one of the presidents.
Mhm.
And then I have another job again.
That's right. Par exemple.
There you go. Go ahead.
Nous gen St Cyr, yon kapete yo, president kapete yo.
There we go. We didn't talk about this.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're just going to give it 2 minutes because we got to go. St Cyr, c'est un étudiant lié dans Columbia University, full-time student dans Columbia University.
And he's on CPT.
Master's degree. He's going to be our next president right now. Qui pral rempli rôle comme président because he's one of the presidents that's getting paid from the 9 presidents.
And he's full-time in school.
And he's a full-time student at Columbia University as we speak.
So how can that happen? Yeah, he's here going to school and he's going to be the president and doing both at the same time.
Doing both at the same time.
You solve the problem.
Yeah. So
don't forget that also the members of the CPT are members of parties.
Yeah.
That are part of various formation.
Yeah.
What did you say?
They're members of political parties.
That's right.
Sponsor these elections. They provide money to those political parties. So there's money from various
angles.
There's crookedness coming from all directions.
So I want people who are listening, voyez une question ça pour nous comment faire un président, nan président nou qui Haïti, qui j'en fait pendant le président en Haïti que li capable capable un full-time student dans Columbia University this time of year
and
as well as being a president of Haiti
on the electoral council.
I think he's probably doing business or political science or something like that. But he's doing his master's degree. We're not sure yet, but we're gonna get to the bottom.
But he's doing both at the same time. We're actually gonna run out of time.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're running out of time, but Pascal, we want to say to the people, like, go to Echoes of Freedom.
Echoes of Freedom. Very, very important. So let me put it up.
Yes, and please give your contribution so you can support what we're doing. Go to the Kickstarter page or the GoFundMe page, whichever you feel comfortable with, but provide a contribution, skip a coffee or something, but do it because it's very important.
Please. And 2 things I want to say. I want to give a shout out to, I see her in the comments, Brenda Blott. We're not going to get a chance to get to your comments. You can come back next week. And also my sincerest apologies to Mr. Piña. I'm going to be working on the sound. You had a big echo and that's not going to happen next time.
Well,
so
we have to do it for Mr. Piña for next Saturday.
Absolutely.
I think I could raise your money if you to go to
and that's on the list.
Hold on, we cast the vote for you.
Yeah.
Don't forget it. Stop the genocide.
They are on the list. Israel is on the list.
We help us, Mr.
Demand
Piña.
genocide in Gaza.
Wonderful.
Yes,
And everybody else go visit Echoes of Freedom to see what we're
Echoes of
doing.
Freedom. See what we're doing. It's important that we need your support, financial support, so we can continue this. And we started. Our next trip is Mexico. We're going to Mexico
in a couple
2
of
weeks.
Yep.
So this is very exciting, and we need the support so we can get it done. And this is the beginning of a beautiful,
Exactly.
beautiful.
And having said that, next week
Then,
we are out.
Timamu, como es.